Welcome. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I thought we'd do some tattoo tracing on my arms. I have tattoos on both forearms, and I thought it might be quite relaxing to trace around the lines of my tattoos with this teeny tiny crochet hook. It's not sharp, don't worry, but I'd rather not use a pen because although I clearly like to be inked, I think I'll leave that to the professionals and not draw all over myself right now. So I'm taking one of my smallest hooks that I've never actually used for crochet because I prefer to use something a little bit chunkier. I'm currently working on a baby blanket which is with a 4mm crochet hook, and that's about as small as I'll go. This is a 3, so but it should come in handy for this anyway. So this tattoo, this is my most recent addition to my body art. I'm a huge fan of tattoos. I have quite a few, but Alice here is my most recent, and I got her because Alice in Wonderland, especially the original books, is very special to me. They are stories that were read to me as a child, and they are filled with such wonder and nonsense. I just love it. So this is the original illustration of Alice. The one in the book originally was black and white, but there are later copies with colour, and that's what I decided to go for. So I love the blue of her dress. And while my artist was creating Alice for me, she kept saying how cute she looked, and she was jealous that she was on my arm and not hers. So I love the design, I love the art style, and I think my artist did an amazing job with her. I love like the hatched effect that was created with the tattoo needle, and I love the placement. I love that she's on the top of my left forearm, so whenever I look at my watch or whenever I'm driving or whatever, I'll just get a glimpse of Alice and she makes me very happy. So sticking with the Alice in Wonderland theme, on the other side of my forearm I have the Cheshire Cat. This is one of my oldest tattoos, by the way, so not looking as pretty as Alice currently is, but I know better now. I look after my tattoos in the summer especially with lots of sun cream, so top tip. But this is the Cheshire Cat, the Disney Cheshire Cat, and this is a bow that's meant to be a representation of Alice and the blue that she wears. And then backwards on my arm is the first verse of the Jabberwocky poem. Now, in the Disney animated Alice in Wonderland film, the Cheshire Cat actually sings this first verse while he's up in the tree when Alice meets him, I think. But in the books, this poem appears in Through the Looking Glass, and that's why it's backwards, because Alice reads it in the mirror and it's nonsense. But the thing is, even the right way around, it's still nonsense. So, let's start with the bow. So I'd say this is the tattoo I get asked about most of all of my tattoos. People ask what it says, and I usually just answer with, it's a nonsense poem, so it doesn't make any sense even if you could read it. So it's "'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome wraths out grape. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome wraths out grape. So yeah, nonsense. But brilliant nonsense. So that's our little Cheshire Cat's tale. I love the Cheshire Cat. Probably one of my favourite characters from Alice in Wonderland. I love his smile, which of course is how we see him first. That big cheeky grin appearing like a crescent moon. I just love his character and how cheeky and daft he is. So, there's the Cheshire Cat and the Jabberwocky poem. So on this arm I also have Disney Alice sleeping with her cat Dinah, just at the beginning of the film before she drifts off to sleep and visits Wonderland. But because of the placement of that tattoo I can't really trace it so well, so we're going to move on to my right arm. Moving away from Alice in Wonderland and over to Harry Potter. This is the Deathly Hallows symbol, surrounded by purple and blue flowers. And this is an unrelated design I got on my 21st birthday to represent my love of music. So, I also have an owl on the other side of this arm that is related to the Harry Potter one. So. But yeah, this is probably one of my favourite tattoos, just in terms of the end result and how it turned out. And I do get a lot of compliments on this one. It's extremely well executed, I'd say. It was the same artist who did Alice and the Jabberwocky poem. She did a fantastic job with this one. This was just like an idea that I had. I just asked her if I could have the Deathly Hallows symbol surrounded by flowers, and she went away and came up with this. And yeah, when I went to have it done, I was so thrilled with how it looked. So, for anyone unfamiliar with the Deathly Hallows story within the Harry Potter franchise, the triangle outside is meant to represent a cloak of invisibility. The circle is meant to represent the resurrection stone, and the line through the middle is meant to represent the Elder Wand, which is meant to be the most powerful wand in the world. This is maybe a little bit harder for me to do because I'm using my left hand to trace with. So as I said earlier, I'm a huge fan of tattoos. As you can tell, I have a few very visible ones that I get lots of comments on. And I get questions about why did I choose that, etc. And for the most part, I just say it's a book I love, or a design that I've always loved, or something like that. And it means enough to me to want to get it immortalised on my skin. And I respect that not everyone can understand that. It's not everyone's thing. But I definitely think in general tattoos are becoming more socially acceptable. And I'm all about my feminine tattoos personally. I have a lot of floral ones. But I also have a lot of designs for things I want on my body in future. So we'll see. So for anyone who isn't musical and may not know, this symbol here, this bit that curls round, is called a treble clef. And this one with the 2 dots is called the bass clef. So the way I had it tattooed is that they're both sort of intertwined, but they create a heart to represent my love for music. I'm a singer, predominantly, but I've always enjoyed listening to all types of music. I've been influenced by a lot of different artists ever since I was a child, so music is very special to me. So there we go, tattoo tracing. I hope you found that enjoyable to watch, and maybe nice and relaxing to listen to. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.